Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Kylie. So this is the second time I'm filming this because Bruce jumped in front of the goddamn camera and dropped everything. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you very much. So I have a book haul for you guys. So this is part 2 of my July book haul. So let's just get straight into it because I have a shit ton of books. So the first book I have for you guys is one that my nan bought for me, and it's Gods of Mischief by George Rowe. And this is basically a memoir about this guy's life in a motorcycle gang, and he ended up turning into an informant for the police. And I've been watching Sons of Anarchy lately, and I've been really getting into like the backstories of the drugs and what they do like to fund their motorcycle gangs. And I thought it'd be really interesting to read a true story about that. The next book I have for you guys is by Jane Casey, and it's The Stranger You Know. And this book is basically just like a detective novel. There's a killer that nobody knows who it is, you can't trust anybody, and it's just about a detective that has to find out who's doing all these murders. So this is a big book too, so looking forward to that one. The next book I have for you is The Treatment by Suzanne Young. And this is the second book in her trilogy, I think it is. And the first book's The Program. It's about teenagers that get put into like this program because if they have suicidal ideation or depression, it's classed as a disease, just kind of like Lauren Oliver's Delirium, whereas love is a disease. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out. The next book I have for you I'm really excited about is The Quality of Silence, and this is by Rosamund Lupton. And this book is about a girl that she's deaf and her mother takes her to Alaska, the part of Alaska where nothing grows and it's dark all the time and it's silent, and they're looking for this little girl's father, but then somebody starts to stalk her. And I read her book called Sister, and it was one of my favourite books of all time. I absolutely loved it. She writes a lot of psychological thrillers, so I'm really excited to get into this one. The next book I have for you guys is Nowhere But Here by Katie McGarry, and this book is about a girl that is looking for her biological father, and it turns out that he is in a motorcycle gang, and she meets a boy, and I don't know, kind of like a little bit of a rebel guy. So I'm looking forward to starting that one as well. The next book I have for you isn't a novel, it's just something that is so freaking cute. It is a cat colouring in book. I was like, oh my god, little kitties. Look at the kitties. Kitties, kitties, kitties. So I'm super excited to start that. It's a hardcover too. Kitties! The next book I have for you guys, which I've already read, is Normal by Graham Cameron. And this is basically a story told from the perspective of a serial killer, but he's so messed up and twisted, it's ridiculous. This book was okay. I didn't think it was absolutely fantastic, but there were a lot of issues that I had with it, but it's basically about him and why he goes and murders all these people, and then he meets somebody and he wants to change his life, but he just can't. So it wasn't too bad. Won't give it that great of a hype. The next book I have is a bit silly, but I'm super excited about because I used to watch the Playboy Mansion, The Girls Next Door all the time. So I had to pick up Holly Madison's Down the Rabbit Hole, and it's her memoir of living in the Playboy Mansion and basically what she had to do and all their dirty little secrets. So I'm super excited about this one, and look how cute the cover is. It's pink and pretty, so I can't wait for that one. The next book I have for you guys is by Emma Donoghue called Frog Music, and I loved her book, The Room, that she wrote. It was so good, so I thought I'd pick up another one of her novels, and it's set in 1873 in San Francisco, where there is epidemic, smallpox epidemic, and then there's a circus, and it basically says, inspired by true unsolved crime, Frog Music is a dark, compelling story of intrigue and murder. So I'm looking forward to that because I really enjoyed her book Room. Absolutely loved it. The next book I have is I Let You Go, and this is by Claire McIntosh. And this, it says on the back, did you love Gone Girl or The Girl on the Train? Now lose yourself in this twisting, enthralling psychological thriller that everyone is talking about. It's basically about a girl named Jenna who moves away, desperate to escape troubles of her past. She finally meets somebody and falls in love, but something happens. So that sounds not too bad. I'm excited about that one as well. The next book I have for you is Risk by Fleur Ferris. And this book is about a girl named Taylor and Sierra. And Sierra seems to basically get everything she wants. And Taylor is basically sick of that. And then one day Sierra goes missing. And they don't know if she's actually been abducted or murdered. So I'm looking forward to studying that one as well. And it's only a short one, so I should hopefully knock that over in a good amount of time. The next book I have for you is An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir. And this is a fantasy novel that follows a slave, a soldier, and thank you very much. You're going to just stand there. And it says Layla's brother is arrested for treason. Layla is forced to make a decision in exchange for help from rebels. I've heard lots of good things about this book, so I'm super excited to get into it. And I had to order it in the hardcover because the one they've got here in Australia is fucking shit. It's awful, awful. So the next book I have for you guys is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adair, and this book is being compared to 1001 Nights, and just have a look at that beautiful, oh, so pretty, so pretty. It is about basically a prince that kills his bride every night, and this girl's best friend is murdered, and she volunteers to be the next bride. But then the next day, she ends up living through the night. So she's one of the first brides to live through the night. So everybody's been talking about it. I want to get on the bandwagon and see what it's all about. So I can't wait to get into that as well because it's such a pretty book. The next book I have for you guys is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. And this is about a princess and a prince and an assassin. And she runs away, and the sequel's just come out. That's pretty much all I know. I just wanted it because of the cover, and I wanted the hardcover as well. So I'm excited to start that as well. The next book I have for you guys, which everybody has gotten this July, is Go Set a Watchman by Harper Lee, and this is the second bookish to Kill a Mockingbird, and I had to get the hardcover as well because it was super pretty. And the next book I have for you guys, I'll just open my little package. Oops. So is Because You'll Never Meet Me by Leah Thomas. And this is about a boy, Ollie and Moritz, that if they met each other, they would die, but they build up this friendship because of this. And it's just about friendship, and I don't know. It was cheap, so I picked it up. And the next one I have is The Unlikely Pilgrimage of Harold Fry. And this book is about, I picked this up because it was in the literature section and it won a whole heap of awards. And I thought I'll give it a go. It says, when Harold Fry leaves home one morning to post a letter with his wife hovering upstairs, he has no idea that he's about to walk from one end of the country to the other. No hiking boots, no map, no compass, no waterproof mobile phone, nothing. He just keeps walking to save someone else's life. It's just got heaps of good blurbs, and I wanted something really, I don't know, literature-y instead of all the fluff that I read that I enjoy. So that is the shit ton of books I got. I hope you guys enjoyed. let me know what you guys are reading and what you guys think I should get into first, because there's a whole heap here and I need some book suggestions. So what do you guys think? All right, see you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.